Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kyle and Not Kyle show. I'm Kyle.
I'm not Kyle.
And I'm going to be previewing the first 10 picks in my 2019 NFL first round mock draft. I do this every year. Mostly this is just a consensus of...
You're going to be predicting, not previewing.
Did I say previewing? I meant predicting. This is kind of just an overview of... I usually take like 4 or 5 drafts from draft guys who I enjoy and I listen to. I feel like they know their stuff. And then I kind of just see what the majority feels. Sometimes I do change if I don't agree with that player going there. So number 1 overall, everyone's pretty much saying it's going to be Kyler Murray for the Cardinals.
I think it's going to blow up right
Oh,
there.
I think it will too. If they're smart, it's going to blow up at number 1, and they're going to take Quinnen Williams from Alabama. But there's reports that they're undecided. Apparently, according to Ian Rappaport, Steve Keim actually reached out to Quinnen Williams this morning and told him he's still in play for the number 1.
Why do you listen to anything that guy says? He's a guy who's Baker Mayfield is not.
Somebody fooled him. Somebody fooled him.
Yep, and I'm betting somebody's going to fool him again.
Who knows? Well, see, that's why I went with Kyler Murray, just in case he's wrong. It's still Kyler Murray. So then we're going to number 2, San Francisco. Now, if they take Kyler Murray at number 1, San Francisco's got to be super happy because they get the best pass rushing prospect in the draft.
Let me ask you this then. San Francisco just got D4.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, based on their defense, do you want another edge rusher or a run stuffer? Would you not take?
See, they got the interior though. That's the thing. They have, reportedly they're actually shopping their 3rd overall pick from a few years ago, Solomon Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
They are reportedly shopping him around. So that tells me they feel like they're going to get Bosa. But there are still people out there who think that they could get at Oliver at 2. There's debating about. Most people think it's going to be Bosa.
Oliver's a linebacker.
Oliver's defensive tackle.
Another defensive tackle. So Williams and Oliver.
Oliver are both defensive tackles.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's some people are kind of torn about Bosa. He's supposed to be even better than his brother Joey, who's been tearing it up for the Chargers. But
when he's healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy. And see, there's the concern. Bosa, I think, only played like 2 games last season in college before he got a core injury. He came back, but
he didn't destroy the teams
no,
that he played against.
Yeah, basically, but he also played against some crappy teams, including Oregon State. But he shut it down for the year so he could rest and recover and focus on the draft.
So he could go number 2 or 3.
Yeah, basically.
It's pretty good.
So Nick Bosa will go number 2. Jets at number 3 are going to take. I think they're going to take Quinnen Williams. Every mock draft I saw had him going. Every single one said if Kyler Murray goes number 1, Quinnen Williams is going number 3 to Alabama, or from Alabama to the Jets.
That could make the Jets defense pretty formidable.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's a big ugly in the middle to take up bodies.
Well, the Jets picked up the C.J. Mosley.
Yeah,
and somebody else. I can't remember who else they picked up.
Yeah, I can't remember who else it was. But yeah, so that'd be a nice get for them. Number 4, I have the Raiders taking Ed Oliver.
Oh, Oakland's first.
Oakland. This is Oakland's actual pick that they own.
Their first
for their record.
Their first of numerous.
Yes.
First and second round picks.
So he would have been the top defensive prospect in last year's draft class.
Who?
Ed Oliver. His production went down this year compared to the last year and the year before. But that's also because a lot of teams were double or triple teaming him. And then he did get hurt, and he did the same thing. He got healthy, but then he stayed out for the rest of the year.
Sure. Business decision.
Yeah. There are some people that they have some concerns about his size.
How big is he?
That he's not the big-bodied presence in the middle that you would almost slide him out to defensive end where he doesn't have experience.
Well, how big is he? Because Aaron Donald is good, But he's not as big as some of those.
Yeah.
Really
I think he's kind of built like Don. If I remember right, he's about
Donald's
like Don.
massive, muscular wise though.
Yeah, and they were dead last in sack production. And what's the simplest? What's the Raiders were?
How many things?
And what's the simplest route to the quarterback? Right up the middle.
Well, that's the straightest.
Yeah, straightest.
I don't know if that's the easiest.
Yeah. But he would be a very formidable presence in the interior. This is another one that every single mock draft I've looked at has going to Tampa Bay at number 5. They're going to be taking Devin White. He is a linebacker out of LSU. Now, the Bucks did sign Deion Buchanan in free agency, so linebacker is not as big of a need, but White has 3-down potential and is probably the safest pick in this draft class. So they could also look at Montez. I think it's Montez Sweet. It's spelled Sweat, but I can never remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's Sweet. There were some concerns about him dropping a lot, but it came out today that the heart issue was not as big of a risk as they thought it was going to be. As it was originally announced to be.
Like the Grinch.
Yeah, basically.
Heart was too big. Or too small.
Yeah. Number 6, New York Giants. Now I know you don't agree with this pick that I said. I think they're going to go guard. I think they're going to get Jonah Williams.
They just signed, or last year they signed Solder and what's that guy's name? I want to say Hernandez, but that's not.
Yeah, Will Hernandez, the guard.
And then they just traded to Cleveland for linemen. I mean, you can never have too many really good linemen.
There's a reason why I have
they're going to build
him.
And we've had this conversation when we did the teams. I think they're building around Saquon, not Eli.
Yeah.
And you got a good.
Well,
here's all four
why.
sides.
He can play multiple positions along the offensive line. And they went through 3 centers last year. So there's.
I think it was a center who they got from Cleveland.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't remember, but yeah. So I do think they're gonna go.
I think they're gonna go defense.
Yeah, you think they're gonna go defense? I think they're gonna go offensive
try
line.
One of those big monster guys.
One of those big monster guys. Yeah. So Jacksonville at number 7, I have them taking a tight end. Nick Foles loves big tight ends.
Well, that'd be good.
T.J. Hawkinson is a 6'6" tight end, and he's the best tight end in this draft class.
6'6".
So I think, and he's a big. That would be help for both Leonard Fournette and Foles. So I think they're going to go there.
For Fournette, is he a good blocker?
Yeah, he's pretty good as a blocker. Number 8, Detroit Lions. I have them taking Josh Allen. He's a linebacker out of Kentucky. Now, they added some pass rusher help with Trey Flowers in free agency, but they can still use more. They have a need for another cornerback opposite Tease Tabor, but the corners right now, that's at number 8, that's a bit of a reach for me. I don't think there's really a Byron Murphy, maybe.
So does Patricia have the take the best player on the board mentality?
Yes, I think that's what him and Bob Quinn are going to do. And at this point, Josh Allen is the best player on the board. He is a potential top 5. I know they've said basically it's a toss up. It sounds like it's gonna be a toss up between him and Oliver if they're both available for the Raiders at 4. But I have him falling here. Yeah, so they go best player available and they get one of the top pass rushers in this draft class. 9 Buffalo Bills. They pull the trigger on Montez Sweet, the edge player out of Mississippi State with the heart condition that I was talking about a few minutes ago.
Is it a heart condition, or does he have a malformed?
Basically it's a tracheal myopathy or something. I can't remember.
Trachea is here.
Not trachea, but whatever it is. It's
something wrong with his heart.
The wall of the heart was said to be almost 2 centimeters, but it's actually only 1.5, which says that's. The risk level is much lower at 1.5 centimeters than it would have been at 2. Their GM Brandon Beane was in Carolina when Carolina drafted Julius Peppers. Montez Sweet has the same freakish qualities that Julius Peppers had, and so I think that they're just going to take him. He got to see what Peppers could do, and Montez Sweet at 9 is a great value pick. And it addresses a need along the defensive line. And number 10, Denver Bronco fans, stop me if you heard this before. You're taking a quarterback in the first round. You're taking Drew Lock, your quarterback out of Missouri. They've kind of been linked with him for quite a while. I know there's people who question John Elway's ability to evaluate the quarterback position. His production slipped.
Well, who's quarterbacks that he has drafted?
What's the guy? Paxton Lynch.
Okay.
Guy a few years ago.
He didn't do Colt McCoy, did he?
No, he did. Oh shoot.
Okay.
He's drafted 2 or 3
in the first round.
I believe he drafted one in the first, one in the second or third, and then the free agents he's brought in have not panned out outside of Peyton.
Well, that panned out very well.
Yeah. So Locke, his production slipped a little bit last season, but to me he's still one of the top quarterback prospects this year. So that's who I think.
So you think they bring him in? He plays under Flacco for 1, 2, 3 years.
1 year, 1 or 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's what they're going to do. So that's my top 10. I'll have the rest of my mock draft posted soon.
My only thing with that is, and I always look at it this way too, is a backup going to help you win a Super Bowl? Is a guy that's not on the field going to help you win?
Jimmy Garoppolo did. Jacoby Brissett did. They got us 3 wins.
No, they didn't. And they played in that Super Bowl? No.
No, but they helped us get there.
No, they didn't. They helped you win some regular season games.
Yeah, that got us.
They didn't get to they didn't win a playoff game. They haven't done anything, but they were sitting on the sidelines. That's what I'm getting at with this. Number 10 for a quarterback, if he's not going to be
Who knows?
I'm just looking at it from they need guys now to help them actually. Oh, okay. So if you think that's
I honestly think that is a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is a possibility.
Okay.
That if he shows up well enough in preseason,
so
Elway
you're
and
not
Vic
necessarily
Fangio may just say, you know what, we're gonna go with the rookie. We're gonna have him there. Flacco can help teach him on the sideline if Flacco wants to. Flacco probably doesn't.
Because they could get a quarterback in the second round. What do they pick in this?
They pick. I feel like it's early. They have the 8th pick in the 9th pick in the second round. So they'll
probably have
like what was that 40,
yeah,
41?
Some of these quarterbacks might be available there.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I don't know if a backup quarterback helps you this year.
Yeah.
Not to say that this guy's not good enough.
And I do think that, like I said, I do think there is the potential for him to actually start over Joe Flacco. So that's my first 10 picks. I'll post the rest of them either on our page as like a note or something on Facebook, the Kyle and Not Kyle Show, or I'll link it to my New England Militia blog page if that's even still active since I haven't posted on there in a few years.
A few years.
We got going with this stuff, and then that just kind of fell by the wayside. All right, so that's it for my top 10. Enjoy the draft tonight at 5 o'clock. You can watch it on Fox, NFL Network, ESPN, ABC. They're all linking up to do.
And my prediction is within the top 2, it all explodes.
Oh, I'm sure it will because that's what always happens.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll see you later, guys.
Have a good one.
Chaos
of the draft.